Hello everyone, this is the third episode of Whag wan, or What's Going On. Basically, this episode is quite ill-informed because I don't actually know that much about the topic, and I haven't researched it, but I can't be asked. Basically, I was listening to Radio 4 the other day, and there's a story about NASA, and it was saying how, basically, it was saying how NASA have cutting 3,600 jobs, and over the last 20 years they've been gradually declining and gradually reducing the amount of money that they've invested into space exploration, uh, and in particular into manned space exploration. So basically, yeah, the it's kind of like a documentary that was on for like half an hour, and it was like interviewing like American people, and they were just saying, "Oh look, um, is space travel important to you?" And like literally, like everyone, like every person they interviewed was like, "Yeah, it is important to me. It's an amazing thing. It's the most important thing in our world." Um, I don't know if I agree with them that it's the most important thing in the world. I think that poverty, solving poverty is a pretty important thing. I think that like stopping crime, welfare, and education, but these are all things that we should be able to achieve. Um, but like space travel is like something that's so aspirational, and yeah, it's so out there, but it is possible. So it's kind of like I'm wondering why that NASA are reducing funding, and I'm wondering why they're sacking people when it's a really amazing thing that we could travel out of our planet, effectively completely change what life is on Earth, and yeah, basically just completely like revitalize and completely just break down the horizons of our knowledge and just kind of expand. And why wouldn't you want to do that? Why would people not want to know where we come from? If there's more life out there, why would people not want to know about the origins of the universe and basically the meaning, reason, the fabric and the structure of our existence? It just makes me think like they're moving away from this whole like government funding NASA to private funding NASA, and why? Um, Maybe this is a really naive proposition, but why don't all countries work together to create a space program? Why do we care about the fact that it costs us like £1 billion or whatever to go into space to build a new spacecraft? Why isn't everyone just working together to achieve it? It's not like if fucking like China or Russia, I don't know, fly to Pluto and find life. Please forgive me. Um, it's not going to be a victory for them. It should be like a victory for Earth. And it makes me think like, it gets me onto a further point. I'm so ill-informed about this. It gets me onto a further point of like, why is there, why is there money in general? Like, it just creates more problems than you need. Basically, like, there's enough resources in the world. There's enough like land. And if we use sustainable technologies, there's enough material to be able to cater for everyone on Earth. And basically, fucking hell, I was explaining to someone the other day how when I was at university, I used to do a thing called freeganism, which is like it's stealing food from the bins outside supermarkets. So we'd go there, we'd like prise the bins open, we'd go there at night, and we'd take out food that just earlier that day was being sold in the shop, but they couldn't sell it because due to like legislation, like safety legislations, um, but basically they were unwilling to like lower the price. So say for something like a chicken was £2, then they were unwilling to lower it more than a pound. So they just throw it out rather than sell it for 10p, which to me is just criminal. It's just so stupid because there's people on the other side of the world. I'm fucking like sat there eating 15 Viennese swirl biscuits and leaving food on my plate and going out for a pizza and paying £15 for a pizza, and there's people that just can't eat anything. And we're throwing food out. We're throwing food out. It's made me think like, fucking hell, what a state our society is in. It's just fucking awful. Like if there's enough intelligent, caring people in the world who think, well, maybe I'm not intelligent. No, enough caring, intelligent people in the world to think like me, then surely we should do something about it. There's enough. We could create enough food so everyone could eat food. Why should people? Why should water be a commodity? Why should people have to struggle? Why should people have to starve? I just think in the end it comes down to this like false system that we've created, this monetary system, and basically people are struggling who shouldn't be struggling. I sound like a communist. There's nothing wrong with that. I just think, what the fucking point? Okay, like the space program is just like the tip of it. It's like we should be able to fucking travel wherever we want in space because we should all work together. If we need to build a spaceship, then we should mine the materials, we should mine the ore, we should whatever you need. We should get researchers together, we should get developers together, we should get computer technicians, we should find the best pilots, we should get the best training, and go out and get there together as a world, as one planet, rather than as an individual country. And then it is insane, and it's just so stupid. Just on another point, I went to private school, and one of my friends said to me the other day, "Oh, are you going to send your kids to private school?" And then I thought, no, but I want them to have a good education, and if they can't get good education at normal schools, then if I had the money to send them, I probably would send them to a school, but that's because I want the best education for them. But the fact is that all education should be good. We shouldn't have to choose between private and public funded education, because public funded education should be as good as private. And that goes back to my point about the monetary system. Everyone should be able to have a decent education, and we shouldn't have money, basically. Please, if anyone has any thoughts about this, I realise I haven't thought about this particularly well, so please, if anyone has any ideas, write back to me. But yeah, if we basically use technology to create produce, and we use technology to mine materials and build infrastructure and do like all the manual labour jobs, cleaning, then basically people could like pursue like creative endeavours, people could paint and people could draw, people could write and people could enjoy their lives, and they could create so much more than what they're doing now, because people live to work basically, and people work to live, and that's not really necessary, because if we took all of like the human knowledge and we put that into computing and into technology, we could provide like a sustainable existence for everyone. Yeah, we could like eradicate poverty and like hunger. Having said that, we could not eradicate greed and selfishness, because you always want to have sex with your neighbour's wife. Yeah. So, thank you for listening. This has just been a stupid rant, but I thought I'd better post something. Please, if you've got any ideas, just post back. Yeah. Okay. See you later.